Hello everyone and welcome to the third instalment of the Damn Casuals podcast.
Welcome.
So
This week we has many newses.
we're playing Hearthstone again, because why not? I've just cancelled the thing.
You have just cancelled the thing.
I am going to play my secret deck.
What do I want to play? I don't know.
Choose.
So, start with releases. New releases. Releases this week. We have Deus Ex: The Fall.
I'm sure most people have heard something about that.
Famously slated.
Well, all I can say is it's a mobile game, ported to PC, and therefore it is shit. I mean...
Yeah, it was kind of an insult to the name of Deus Ex. Just a bit. You know,
it was a horrible shit stain
Like-
on the series.
like Deus Ex Human Revolution was a pretty damn good game. I mean, people will claim other games in the series were better, but I think the latest installment was no bad game.
I mean...
And then you have this.
Well, what I don't get is why are they charging like £8 for it, £7, £8? I mean, who's
I
gonna...
mean, how much is it on a mobile platform? I don't know.
I actually don't know either. Yeah, probably should have done some research. But still, like for a PC game, you're contending with actual good games.
Yeah. In addition to the actual Deus Ex series itself.
So yeah, but I don't know what they were thinking.
A very meh decision from us. Next up on the release schedule, Infamous Second Son for PlayStation 4.
Released yesterday on Friday the 21st. Yeah.
If I owned a PlayStation, I would buy that game. However, I don't. So
I love the first two Infamouses. Is that the right word? What I heard.
Infamous
about
I.
I think you won this. I can't deal with a double priestess. What was I going to say? What I've heard from it.
It looks pretty damn fun.
It looks good, but people just said it's been getting like I think in the 80s, so like not a brilliant game, just a generic.
I don't know. It might get blown out of the water by Watch Dogs.
I think
I feel it has a very similar aesthetic to it. Oh, whoops! I forgot you had secrets.
Yeah, secret bitch. What was that? Oh yeah, people criticizing because they're saying, yeah, it looks You know what I hate, right? They're saying, oh, it looks next gen, but it doesn't improve the story or something. Like it's not a next gen story.
There's a lot of hype surrounding the whole.
That's not.
Oh, this looks amazing, but.
Yeah, Killzone had the exact same criticism level as well. Like, oh, it looks amazing, but it's not a next gen story. What does that mean? Like, next gen have barely even caught up to computers, which are like 3 years ago computers. So how can you say these consoles are going to make things next gen? Like, you know what I mean? It like next gen story. It doesn't.
Yeah, and also, I don't know. I did really like the aesthetics of, like, from what I've seen of Infamous. But I mean, because of the limitations of like console, it looks good. I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't feel next gen to me. It feels like you could be playing that on the PS3. To me.
I mean, to be honest, I think that this generation of consoles has just been, because of the advancements in PC, it's just like, It really is.
Yeah. God damn it.
Them secrets.
So annoying. I'm getting rid of that though.
But yeah, other releases, what's it called? Ground Zeroes, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, the prequel to 5.
Oh my god, that game. How can you charge that kind of money for a game with a story that's 2 hours long? I know there's the replayability, and that's a big factor. But honestly, that's like DLC length, and DLCs costs a lot less than that, and will probably give you a lot more playability.
Yeah, so from literally all the reviews I've seen, it's just people complaining about the it's an expensive demo. What is it, like £20?
I mean, if you're a big fan of the whole Metal Gear like franchise, I think the whole story tie-ins are quite nice. But again, I don't know why they're charging £30 or whatever premium price
I think
for this product.
I believe they tried to justify it by saying, what did they say?
It was the replayability. They tried to
yeah,
justify replayability.
Replayability and the fact that there's a lot of side missions.
Yeah. And I was like, people play Metal Gear pretty much for the like main quest, the storyline, right? Telling them that there'll be like, you know, side quests isn't exactly a great way of enticing people who are on the fence about buying this game.
Yeah, definitely.
That said, I think the actual game, Metal Gear Solid 5, when it's released, will be a pretty good game. I mean, it'll probably still have the whole cinematic issue that 4 had. Some people didn't see it as an issue. I personally thought it was a bit too much.
I liked it, to be honest, but that was just me. I like my games.
But then again, I've never been a huge fan of the Metal Gear Solid franchise simply because, I mean, I'm not saying game stories should be realistic, but they try to present it in a way that is almost like it's pretending to be realistic, and it's just so far-fetched that I don't really know how you can try and claim that kind of thing.
I guess. Secret Deck OP. Another secret.
Oh my god, what is this one?
I know,
this is the most scumbag deck.
Yeah, we're gonna lose. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, we'll see how 5 turns out, but people disappointed with. Yeah,
I think 5 will be a good game, but prequel not so much. And then the final like release this week was something you wanted to talk about. It was an indie game by the name of.
Not indie. I mean, it's pretty like.
I wouldn't call it a AAA release. Put it that way.
It's Ninja Gaiden Z.
It's the AAA of indie releases. Put it that way.
I guess you're familiar with the Ninja. Are you familiar with the Ninja Gaiden series?
I have heard the name of the series, but
it's supposed to be like a rock hard sort of ninja game where everything's really difficult. Blah 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 blah. But anyway, this game I actually played it when I went to Eurogame last year, and it's just you play as a ninja and you just like slashing loads of zombies. It seems pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fun as hell. I do like those kind of games, you know, where it's just have fun pretty much, but it's at the same time it's challenging. You know, it's not like billions of complex controls to make it challenging. It's just fundamentally challenging.
Is that round up the releases?
That's all for releases, so we kind of move on to announcements and leaks. Interestingly for this week.
Better fill those leaks, Callum.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I hate you, Callum.
So yeah, we had Assassin's Creed 5. There were some screenshots leaked of it, and the name, the in development name, which will probably be its release name, considering they release it every year, is Unity. Assassin's Creed 5 Unity.
Interesting.
I don't know the premise for this one. Do you know anything about?
I have literally no idea what it's going to be. It's probably just going to be another.
I'm hoping it's not pirates.
It's going to be
really,
another,
really hoping it's not pirates. Because
I
I have kind of lost interest in the Assassin's Creed series since it went all pirate. You know, in itself, it's a fun game. I like the gameplay, I like the aspects of it, but it's no longer Assassin's Creed to me. It's pirates with swords and blades and stuff. And
what they've been doing is they've slowly been moving I'm trying to think of the word, throughout history. So they started, Renaissance, and they've been moving up and up.
There is moving through history, and then there's taking assassins and turning them into pirates.
I guess, yeah.
And to me, that is just not compatible, you know.
They've just made it more and more like a sword fighter sim rather than...
Kind of.
That's GG.
It's just, yeah.
We'll see how it turns out. Maybe they'll revert it back to its roots.
I mean, I was excited because they talked about maybe doing samurai Japan or medieval China, and I was
that'd
like,
be cool.
that would be interesting because it's a whole new thing. It's not the standard, pirates or American Revolution. But then they went out and said, no, we're not going to do samurai Japan. I was like, well, there goes vaguely interesting,
To be fair, to be fair, a lot of people did like. I think a lot of people did like 4. So
4 was an enjoyable game. I just don't like the premise of pirates. I like pirates. I like Assassin's Creed. I don't like.
How does pirates like work in with assassins? That's what I don't get.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I thought 3 was a nice premise, but kind of executed poorly. Especially in the fact that Connor was a whiny bitch. In my opinion.
Oh, that was the one about Native Americans, wasn't it?
They could have played a whole lot more on the Native Americans and less on the whole revolution, which I find hugely targeted the American market and like.
Yeah, it was all to do with like being British people, wasn't it? Yeah.
No, I didn't have an issue with like the British being the enemies. But at the same time, I felt it was a bit too.
I did.
America fuck yeah. I felt it was too America fuck yeah. That's what I felt.
America, fuck yeah.
So, well, we'll see how that game turns out. And the other announcement type thing for this week was Far Cry 4, which I'm very, very excited about. It's going to be coming out in 2015. And it's going to be set in the Himalayas.
Yeah, the ones in...
That's China-India border kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nepal, Tibet, that area. And
I knew that.
Apparently, you can ride elephants. Make of that what you will. Make of that what you will. I'm really, really hoping it's going to be at least as good as 3, because I was a massive fan of Creed, Far Cry 3,
I'm just wondering...
and Blood Dragon. I love Blood Dragon as well.
If you're in the mountains and it's all snow and stuff, I mean, how's that going to work? Like, there's not going to be any settlements. You're going to be able to see everyone. You know what I mean by see everyone. Like, there's not going to be any cover.
Well, it's not going to be jungle. I do think that's slightly odd. I mean, the whole Far Cry series is based on like tropical or jungle type areas, and they've suddenly moved to Himalayas. I find that an interesting development, and I'd be interested to see how they try and do it.
I think I might be right on this. A lot of people criticize Far Cry 2 because it moved away from the jungle, which was in Far Cry 1.
Oh yeah, Far Cry 2 was like Africa.
It was like Africa, yeah. Whereas the first one, I think...
But then again, I could see Africa being more a Far Cry thing than the Himalayas. So, like I said, I'd be interested to see how they go with it.
Yeah.
I mean, hang gliding will work really, really well in the Himalayas, but I don't quite get how you do the stealth aspect. I mean, I suppose there might be mountain bases and you're like ziplining across, that kind of thing, but there's not really any... The openness is limited by, I would imagine, by the mountain ranges. Like, you can't have all these routes. You have to go through passes, which will probably be guarded, that kind of thing.
I think what they'll do with it is they'll have, like, like a kind of like a Far Cry-esque map, but then the mountain will just be like one small part of the map. So it's not going to be completely focused on.
I would hope that there's not just one mountain if it says in the Himalayas. I would find that quite...
If there's too many, it's just going to be...
Yeah, no. There'd need to be a nice balance, A happy medium.
A happy meal. But yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm really, really excited for that, and I hope they do amazing DLC like they did with Blood Dragon. Blood Dragon was...
Oh shit, that was a mistake.
Pretty awesome.
That was a complete mistake.
Yeah, so that's it for like news and releases this week.
We're gonna move on to just general
announcements.
Yeah.
I think the first thing to mention probably is Microsoft's announcement, which is an interesting one. The announcement of DirectX 12. I mean, this is going to be largely irrelevant to PlayStation and Wii gamers.
Wii.
Xbox and I say we, I mean Nintendo. Xbox and PC gamers will be very interested to know that DirectX 12 they predict will provide a plus 50% like CPU speed, pretty much. That's what they've said it can provide, which is quite nice, you know, because DirectX is necessary, but it's had its issues. Like,
what exactly does DirectX do? Like in layman's terms.
I'm not one for technicalities, but as far as I understand, it's like what you use to run certain like games will run using DirectX, whichever version you have. Like you'll notice this when you play a game for the first time on Steam, it'll do a DirectX installation, and it's like an enabling and also like how your CPU will run the game. I believe I could be wrong. Tech people will probably scream at me for my my lack of technical understanding.
All the drawers for me.
I've got nothing here.
Keep that life happy. But yeah.
Wait. Lol.
Oh no, not Lord Jaraxxus.
You're gonna hate the other card in my hand as well. Anyway, so yeah, that was the Microsoft news, and I thought that was pretty cool. I hope to get released.
What happens?
Oh, is that one of the cards you nicked from my deck?
No, the Mirror Entity. You summon Jaraxxus, I got Jaraxxus.
Oh god. But he's not worth anything for you, so that's fine.
Oh god. So yeah.
I didn't have my turn, right. I've completely lost my turn. Okay, so yeah, move on to the next piece of news. There's lots of Xbox news this week. So we'll start with, well, yeah, Xbox One, really. Xbox One won't be reaching new regions till September. So certain regions that they haven't already released in, like certain parts of Europe, I believe, were initially going to be released pretty soon, I think. But they've delayed that till September now because they feel they've got too much on their plate to effectively manage the distribution in wider areas.
But as I said in a previous one with the Titanfall thing in South Africa, it's probably just... Oh, come on. It's probably just the fact that they're not going to get any money from it, so there's just no point.
No, they will definitely... I think that's a dumb statement, honestly. Are you saying people in these regions aren't going to buy Xbox One?
No, just like the distribution, the setup of like links and stuff is just...
No, because they're doing it in December.
Oh.
I mean September, sorry. September. So they are doing it, but they've delayed it, and I don't...
Oh, so wondering why they delayed it, okay.
Yeah.
Well...
Come on, bro, listen.
I don't pay attention to what you say. Have you not watched our videos?
So yeah, that's kind of a bummer for those guys out there in those countries who wanted the new gen consoles. But
what regions are they? Do you know?
I don't know the exact ones off the top of my head. There were certain areas in Europe. I think Holland? I think Holland was one of them.
I mean, to get everything set up with like languages and all that crap is going to take a while.
Well, no, all consoles will come with languages as standard.
Yeah, but like the Hollandish language and...
Oh my god, you're
At least I'm trying to make conversation.
There go all our Dutch viewers. I'm sorry, Dutch people. He's an idiot. I try to cover for him as best I can. Alright,
gosh.
so moving on from your stupidity, more Xbox news. There was a 96% rise in Xbox One sales in the UK when Titanfall was released.
So essentially, sales doubled.
I have a funny feeling that we may see a similar type thing with Infamous, but maybe not to the same extent.
Well, I think, Titanfall was getting reviews in like the 90s and Infamous in the 80s, so maybe not. I don't know, actually.
I mean, Infamous doesn't have the same appeal in the fact that it's like... I don't want to call it a next-gen COD, but I'm going to call it a next-gen COD for the purposes of this discussion.
What, Infamous?
No. Titanfall.
Oh, yeah.
That's the appeal of Titanfall, the whole multiplayer competitive shooter aspect. That's why people want to get it, and the other fact it's fun as hell. Infamous is more like Watch Dogs, I feel. It's more of an explorative, fun, story-based sandbox game. But that, I don't think, is going to sell a console in massive quantities.
But for people who already have
PS4... the sales, no doubt, because there aren't actually any titles out for PS4 really at the moment, other than Killzone, which kind of sucks. And...
everyone's going to buy it, literally because there is nothing else to play on it.
I mean, Xbox did have a pretty rocky lead up to launch, but they've seemed to have done pretty well since then, so...
But to be fair, though, saying there's a 96% increase, it needs to be in context, because if only one person was buying it, and that's now 2 people buying, if you know what I mean, so...
Yeah, that's true. I don't know the figures, and this is only the UK. I feel that number would be much less in somewhere like the US, where Microsoft is much more prominent with their console sales. I mean, if you compare those numbers to, say, Asia, I don't think there'd be nearly as big a hype. Because obviously
everyone's buying.
Big there, so you know.
Oh, not Animal Companion. Hogger.
Goddamn, should have done something else. Never mind. But yeah, and then the final piece of Xbox news. Well, it's kind of a 2-in-1 here. No, there's a 3-in-1 here. There's lots of Xbox news. Titanfall PC is going to 4K resolution. Nvidia has reported on their blog.
But no one has a screen that supports 4K resolution, so it doesn't really matter.
This is true. However, it's nice to know that they're considering the top end as well as the lower end, you know.
Actually, it's only PC... Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. I was just thinking, if it was for Xbox One, then people could do it on, the 4K TVs, but that's only getting like 800p, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, 792 exactly.
Yeah.
But, related to that... Well, no, not related to that. Related to the previous news about the sales going up 96%, is that the 360 release for Titanfall has been delayed. And, I mean, they're saying that this is to improve the quality of the game and stuff, but you've got a new-gen console, it was selling okay, but then suddenly this game comes out and it does really well. And all of the coincidence, I mean, we just need to improve it a little bit. I mean, we only had to delay it before to improve it more, but yeah. Do you get what I'm saying?
I mean, there isn't really no improving of it. It's just going to be a shit version of the Xbox One.
No, there might be optimizations that they're doing, which is like fair enough. But I think this is mostly giving the one time to sell more.
Yeah, definitely. That Murloc. Oh, the 2 Murlocs.
But yeah. I don't knock Microsoft for this. It's very valid. You want to keep your new gen consoles rising. You don't want them to like slump because you release something on a platform that everybody probably has. And so they'll buy it on that rather than buying like a 400 quid console.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you don't need to claim that you're doing it to optimize the game or whatever.
Then again, you can't really.
Yeah, there's that too.
But yeah.
And the final kind of Xbox related announcement is that it's not rumored, they've said there's going to be a Titanfall sequel. And it's like their new IP. It's going to have sequels. But initially, it was going to be an Xbox One exclusive.
Got to attack. What, so they've already released a sequel? Or announced, a sequel?
Well, no, they've said it's going to be a series.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But they initially were going to make the sequel an Xbox One exclusive. But they've kind of reneged on that slightly. Because I guess this is partly... they've seen the PC sales.
Hold on.
I know it's not on Steam, it's on Origin, but it's still sold excessively well for PC. So I have a feeling that's part of the decision why they're not going to make it an exclusive.
But it's a multiplayer shooter, how can it have a sequel?
How can COD have a sequel?
Yeah, because COD's got like,
Please don't tell me it's because COD has a story.
It's because COD has a story. Yeah, that's a good point, I guess.
People will buy it because it's an updated version with different things.
Yeah, I guess.
I say that, it may not. It may just be literally a reskin. But, you know, I think I've already lost this game.
If I want to be really critical, I want to say Titanfall it's a good game, but I think it's a bit overrated.
I feel I would say that, but because I haven't played it, I'm not willing to make that comment. And the fact that if I do play it, or when I do play it rather, I will play it for a long time. I don't feel it's overrated. I feel maybe people talk about it a lot, but I feel it's kind of met the hype. Like, there aren't any real issues with it. There aren't any game-breaking bugs, for example. And there isn't anything necessarily bad about the gameplay. It delivers what it promised.
I guess, yeah.
It's just that kind of, I don't want to meet the trend.
I'm a hipster, Callum.
Yeah, so that's Xbox news done. Now moving on to PS4. So PS4. Firstly, well, you've kind of seen like maybe the rising interest in stuff like Oculus Rift, which is the new visual reality type thing.
Virtual reality.
That's what I meant. That's being kind of slowly introduced, and people are starting to see it and going, maybe we can do stuff with that.
I saw at Eurogamer there was like a free-falling one. It looked pretty cool, but I think gamers are lazy though.
Sony have announced their own VR headset for PS4 that they're going to release at some point in the not soon but not too distant future.
I predict another move. You know, the PlayStation Move. It's an interesting thing, but no one...
I don't know, though, because we haven't seen a mainstream visual reality thing yet. Virtual. Why do I keep saying visual? Virtual reality thing yet. So...
It may be cool.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not entirely sold on the entire concept of VR at the moment.
I'm not at all. I mean, people like their controllers. People like their keyboard, and it's not keyboard and mouse because it's PS4.
What I like doing with gaming is I don't like sealing myself in. Like, I like being aware of what's going on around that.
So I was thinking for stuff like shooters, it'd be interesting. I can see this. I'm moving my head. I can see the person, but still, it's going to be much easier just using the controller to look around. Blah blah blah. It's going to be an interesting gimmick, but I feel just no one's going to use it in the end.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying with that.
They'll be like, "Oh, cool! I can play." Freefall Simulator 2015, but then I'm going to play it for 2 seconds, and then just go back to playing Infamous or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel virtual reality will become more of a thing, but I don't think we're quite at that stage yet. This is still very early development. I wouldn't invest in this as a consumer until it was a more fully fledged thing.
I wouldn't invest in it as Sony, to be honest. But it's
cool.
I
think this is an interesting move by Sony.
So I think it is an interesting development that Sony have taken. I wonder if Microsoft will respond. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I mean, I don't think Microsoft will because, there's been rumour that they're even going to cut off Xbox from their, actual company and make it a spin-off. So I don't think they'll invest in something so risky as of yet.
Time will tell.
And the other PS4 news this week is that they released a patch, or is it are releasing? I think they've announced that they're going to be ditching HDCP, which was essentially the way you would record on PS4, except for that it was broken. And they'd promised to patch it back in December, and it's now March.
It's to do with the share button, so when you click it, you can just record at the last 15 minutes. I think, no, or is that it, or is it to do with the Twitch streaming?
No, it's to do with recording and streaming, I believe.
So it actually work.
Well, they claim.
So people can stream those games on PS4. Oh wait.
Well, no, Infamous is now.
Oh yeah, Infamous, yeah.
And so I think that's been a long time coming. It should have been delivered sooner, but it's nice that it's finally there. People can actually do content for PS4 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. PS4 news. Final bit of news for this week is a bit of yay news and
Sorry, I missed that. Sorry, what did you say?
It's SimCity.
SimCity, yeah.
It is now available to play offline. You don't have to be always online to play it. And I mean, people have been going, "Yay, yeah, finally listen to us." And yeah, I mean, why didn't you do that in the first place? Begs the question, but sure. But the other thing is, there was a little bit of controversy surrounding this. I mean, it was widely well received with a little bit of skepticism of why I didn't release it earlier. But then on Reddit, there was like a rise in like, I don't want to say pro EA posts, but it was kind of like, oh, they finally listened to us style things that were seen cropping up. And then some Redditor investigated it and found that these people it wasn't like they were being paid by EA, but they were kind of being promoted by EA to like talk about this like update in a positive light.
I think
I believe the term is astroturfing. That was the term used.
In America, I believe it's part of I don't know what it's part of. It's part of something. But when you're Ragnaros,
fuck your shit.
What's the name? Sulfide. When a company makes you do something, you have to announce it, otherwise it's illegal. I don't know. Total Biscuit was talking about it. I get everything from Total Biscuit. He was talking about it. It's part of the constant. It's not part of the constant. It's part of something. It's this legal thing. So the fact that they were doing it under table is actually against the law. The way of doing it, I think.
It was. I don't think it was illegal, but it was certainly against Reddit forum rules. No, it wasn't illegal because it wasn't a business thing. Like, they weren't leaking a release early, or they weren't affecting their...
But did EA pay these people to
No.
SimCity?
That's the clear thing I'm saying here. EA did not pay these people.
Okay.
But what they did do is try and kind of instigate promotion. And this drew a lot of backlash on Reddit, at least, when people realized this. I mean, I think it went to front page this week. I mean, obviously, this is Reddit. This outrage lasts about a couple of days, and then people forget all about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of, well, yay, you know.
Yay.
Because everybody loves you right now, so you're going to make them love you even more. I mean, people don't even credit you for Titanfall. They credit Respawn.
Yeah, they were just... I mean, did EA even help do anything? I don't know.
They published it, so they had a hand in it, but the development was Respawn.
Oh, no, they put it on Origin, So that majority of the Steam community majority of the PC community couldn't get it because it wasn't on Steam.
No, they can get it. You just have to sign to Origin. It's just it wasn't cheap. They could charge EA prices for it. But because it was Titanfall, people bought it.
I honestly think that putting it on Origin and denying the Steam community is going to have like a huge effect on sales. Like, I know they're all...
I don't think you can say Steam community, because honestly, a PC gamer will buy games on PC regardless of platform if they want the game. Right?
I guess.
I agree with you. It will probably affect sales in the sense that it would sell a lot better on Steam, but that's an EA business move. Undeniably.
But like someone like me who uses Steam a lot, and you, I guess,
it's a nuisance and it's an annoyance, but it won't stop you buying it if you want the game.
No, but what you can argue that people who are on Steam are exposed to Steam sales all the time, therefore they're used to lower prices, therefore they're not going to accept the price like we won't.
Well, I don't know. But you look at the latest Steam releases, they've been 30, 40 quid. Like, stick of truth. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of big PC releases for a little while. You know, it's been a bit of a dry season. We've had the sales, so that means we've expected low prices, but then new games are always going to cost like 30, 40 quid. It's just how that works. So...
In hindsight, my point was terrible.
No, it was just... probably not considered fully. But yeah, I mean, I dislike Origin. That's a fact. Origin is a waste of space. And EA are just trying to hold a monopoly on what they can whilst they're still making money.
It is.
For PC, at least. But, I mean, there are EA games on Steam. It's not an entire monopoly. But then
I think it is after, like, a certain while.
Yeah, they have, like,
after, a certain time period. Like, EA games were on Steam, but then after a certain time period, they just stopped, I think.
Yeah, well, Origin was released fairly recently as a platform. It's not, like... It's nowhere near as old as Steam. I think... Is even Battle.net older than Origin?
Don't know.
I might be wrong there, I don't know. But that's the whole what's the point of Origin? Oh, it's EA's way to make money kind of thing. And everyone knows it's EA's way to make money. There's like...
It is stupid.
We're just reiterating what's obvious to everyone. So
yeah.
So yeah, disappointed that I do have to buy from Origin, but at the end of the day, it's not going to stop me. And I mean, the way I see it is I'm supporting Respawn, even if it does support EA. So, you know.
But another thing, the reason why they're doing it is because they want more people to use Origin. So not just for Titanfall, they also want you to buy other stuff on Origin.
But then there's like nothing on Origin.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to make people go, I've bought Titanfall, now I'm going to switch to Origin from Steam. No, I'm just going to get Titanfall and go back to Steam. It's like...
Yeah, there is a lot of that. I think it's just EA's way to like maximally? That's not right. Like maximize their capital out of certain titles.
Yeah.
So, well, not a lot we can do about that, I guess.
As a consumer.
Yeah. We can complain about it, because that's what we do best. Ooh. But apart from that, we don't really have much else. Well, I think that about wraps it up for this week's news. Anything we've missed?
No,
If we have missed anything, feel free to comment. We'll certainly reply.
Feel free to bitch about it, yeah.
Feel free to criticize us for our absolutely poor understanding of
everything.
Technical stuff and Alex's understanding of everything.
And your understanding of everything too, don't forget your understanding of the English language.
Oh god.
Minimalizing, I can't remember. My understanding of memory, my ability to memorize. I'm dragging on. We'll see you guys next time.